Do you want your pizza in the back shot or?
Is it in it? Is that in it?
No.
You can finish her really quick.
I hope this is part of your cold open.
Me eating pizza?
Oh yeah.
Let's do a little ASMR mukbang.
Welcome back to another. Welcome back to the Untitled Brian and Wangechi project.
Do you hear my pizza crust?
Today we're going to be doing some ASMR.
Oh,
the pizza.
The ice. The anemic girls just went crazy.
Oh, they just ate that up.
And we need to introduce.
Oh, okay. Well,
the audience.
Whoever's back, welcome back
to
episode 2. Thank you for riding with us, for coming back. We love it. Go ahead and subscribe or whatever.
Yeah, follow, rate, whatever the things are on whatever platform.
Oh yeah, definitely rate and then leave a good comment.
Yeah, support black businesses. So if you don't rate it, you don't support black businesses. So
and if you don't do it this month, then you're definitely homophobic too.
Yeah. Racist, homophobic, misogynistic.
Ting.
Whatever else we can do to share you.
But yeah. Go ahead, like and subscribe to the podcast. But welcome to episode 2 of the Untitled Brian and Wangechi project.
Title coming soon.
Girl, it's gonna be season 2. We still calling it the Untitled project.
Untitled has a little.
I kind of like the Untitled so and so project. But welcome back to episode 2. I don't know what we're gonna talk about today.
Some, title suggestions in the comments below.
Yes, but how's your Wait, so we're filming this. This is coming out. Okay, they ain't gotta know all that. Anyway, how has your week been?
It's been good. It's been good. Got a surprise. I'm gonna be.
Oh, she got a project coming up, y'all. Stay tuned. Big things coming. Stay tuned. You know how the girls like to tease.
Can't say too much.
Big things coming. Stay tuned.
Just yet, but we're gonna be doing a little fly out. Be flued out a little bit. So.
She had to sign NDAs and stuff. She can't talk about it just yet. So.
But when the time comes, we will definitely.
Y'all will know. It'll be cute.
Discuss.
But yeah.
How about you? You seem to have a hectic.
The week so far has been very much hectic. And they say being a boss is very hard. Being a boss in corporate America is very difficult.
I feel like everything about corporate America is very difficult.
Oh, girl. This is a mess.
I feel like just the basis of America, but especially corporate America.
Oh, yeah. And especially something happens in corporate America in the summer. Y'all motherfuckers forget how to do your jobs. I'm putting this out there. Summer hits and y'all especially the fresh grads.
Cause they're
still very much thinking, oh, I just graduated. Oh, it's summer vacation, but I still got this little job. No, babes, you got to do your job full time. Yeah. Y'all be over here asking for, can we have summer Fridays? Summer Fridays. What is that?
I don't know, but I like the sound of it.
It's when they all get to leave at 2:00 or
don't. It's giving early release day.
It's giving early release every Friday, but it's in corporate America.
Early release day.
Make it make sense. No, girl, we are grown. We are doing full grown adult jobs. I need y'all to do y'all jobs. Motherfuckers over here looking at me talking about some. Brian, it's 2:30. Do I really need to finish this before EOD? I'm like, yes.
I just found out what that means today.
EOD, yeah.
I was reading an email and they were like, can you do it by EOD? And I was like, oh, I just, common sense, context clues. And I was like, oh, end of day. I guess this is a thing.
Oh yeah, EOD, end of day. Can we talk? Actually, that's a whole nother fucking podcast episode. Understanding corporate America lingo. These motherfuckers make up words and phrases just to hear themselves talk. Because half the things they be saying, I be like, I have never heard that used in regular life before. Y'all only use it here. This is the only place.
Yeah. People like to, I feel like, sound smart.
Let's circle back with me on that one, because I really want to make sure that we hit goal for that. I mean, we definitely want to make sure that the clients still, we provide the client the proper deliverables. I'm like, bitch, the fuck? Speak English. What is this? Corporate America speak is...
It's the jargon. It's just saying all these extra words.
To mean one thing.
Sound professional.
It's lucky rooted in racism, but I'm gonna leave that
Ooh.
there.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Have y'all watched Sorry to Bother You?
With Lakeview Stanfield.
Yes. The movie is great, but the ending throws me off every time.
Yo, wait. Actually, if you haven't seen it at this point, you're rude. Because that movie is actually genuinely good. But no, why the fuck did they all turn into fucking horses?
I don't know. I'm
that
still
shit was
trying
wild.
to figure that out. Like
that.
I was really trying to think of it like, deeper meaning, like, oh, we're all just supposed to turn into, like, they didn't turn into robots, like, you'd be like, oh, we're all supposed to be machine, and it wasn't like, this is what happens after you work in corporate for all these times. It was just, like, some random, mad experiment going on, like.
When I tell you, I watched that movie, I was with them all the way up until, I said, whoa.
I was like.
It's like that movie Sausage Party. You think it's like a cute animated movie? You think you could bring the kids.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, I watched that with my little sister. I brought her to that and I said, ooh, Sausage Party. It's like cute animated, forgot to read the reviews and nothing. We just bored and wanted a movie to watch. We watched that shit. We were like,
it just really took a left, like, halfway through or something.
It was
at first you're like, oh, we want to get out. And then we're like, oh, wait, no, we don't want to get out. And
it was like in the third act of the movie.
It just... like,
you're like, okay, this is not... Yeah, this is where I get off.
Sense left the building.
This is where I get off.
Like, sometimes movies can do that well. Have you watched Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I saw that.
That movie, I loved it.
It's a great movie. Everybody go watch it. If you want to heal some generational trauma. Oh, this movie is great for a lot of children of immigrants.
Yeah.
First geners.
Yeah.
No matter the race, go watch it. Especially mothers and daughters. Yeah. Go heal your relationships.
Yeah.
One of y'all is coming out of there crying, and most likely it will be you, not your parent.
Yeah, not in front of you anyway.
Because
bottle that up as they just so wild.
But back to Sorry to Bother You.
Yeah.
My favorite scene from that movie is when it very much gave, like, when corporate black men compliment each other on, like, where they are in life. So there's a scene where his friend who was working as a telemarketer with him, who's still in the same position, but now he's been promoted, is like, they're like picketing outside the company that they work at, and he's trying to cross the picket line. And then his friend, and then they come up to each other, and it becomes like this compliment off.
Oh yeah.
I hope you're having a good day. What happened here? I hope you're having a great day. I hope you woke up on the right side of the. I was like, I have seen this exact same Twitter conversation, or like this back and forth, like, bro, I'm just trying to get like you. Nah, bro, you don't want. I was like, this sound. Yes, I was like,
non-black speak.
This very much. Yes, exactly that. It was like. You got to see
this is the corporate version of it.
It was like the code switch version of that conversation is. You're like, hey, yo, bro, I'm just trying to get like you. Hey, yo, man, I had to follow, I'm just following the lead. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? But that is the funniest thing. I love Lakey Stanfield, weird as he is.
He's very strange.
I'll still never get over him getting on Clubhouse and just moaning for the girls. I said, wow.
Oh, I didn't know that happened. I'm sure the girls loved it, though.
Go ahead and look it up. Lakey Stanfield Clubhouse. I'm sure
said you're welcome.
I'm sure somebody out there has recorded that shit. It was like, oh, this could be
on YouTube.
This is
flagged.
This is very much for, like, the Untitled Project after hours.
Definitely giving Twitter after dark.
Absolutely, because it did happen it was announced on Twitter after dark, and that's when that entire Clubhouse room crashed. Like, you couldn't get in.
Oh
the girls was lining up trying to get in there, be like, Lakey is doing what? They ran from Twitter to Clubhouse.
I did not get what Clubhouse was at all, but
it was basically podcasts for everyone.
But isn't that what Spaces is on Twitter? Literally, okay.
So Twitter was
just people actually used Clubhouse.
Yeah, I used to have a Clubhouse. Not anymore.
Yeah, no, I feel like that came and went. For like a solid 4 weeks, people were like raving about Clubhouse, and then never heard about it again.
Absolutely. And then I remember when Clubhouse came out, because it was also exclusive. You had to get an invite to get.
Oh, brother.
No, I remember because I got an invite and I was like, what the fuck is this? And then one of my friends who's like works as like an actual influencer, she was like, yeah, I just got an invite for this like really cool app that's coming out. It was back when it gave very much like when Facebook was also invite only. and you had to have like a .edu to like get on there.
Oh yeah.
It gave very much that. So when finally they opened up to the public, it just gave very ratchet, ghetto. Everybody that you were either there selling your fucking business course, how to launch your Amazon dropship. I said, yeah, I do style.
Yeah, no, maybe they should have kept it invite only. I don't get that because I feel like the whole point of social media, unless they're trying to tailor it to a specific group, like the celebrities, top 1%, which maybe they were low key trying to.
Find me on Raya, guys.
Goodbye. Didn't Molly try to get that on Insecure? Like she, or they like did like.
No, she got on a very exclusive, a version. They were trying to make like it was a parody of fucking Raya, and then didn't she like get banned or like just got off it or something?
I don't remember.
I don't remember that, but I do remember. I think that was like season 2 when she was still out here.
That was early.
Fucking desperate for a man.
Yeah.
Could never be me though.
Yeah, that's very.
Speaking of. I started getting on dating apps again. I just got on Hinge.
Oh.
The fuck is that app?
Dude, tell more. Hinge, I feel like Hinge is like a good one, right? Or is that...
Let's be honest. None of these dating apps, Tinder, Hinge, Bumble, are designed for POCs to succeed. That's not for... Those apps are not for us. And there is no way I'm getting on BLK. If you know, you know.
Wait, isn't that the app for creatives?
No. BLK? No. BLK
is that blackpeoplemeet.com?
It's blackpeoplemeet.com better, quote unquote better cousin, because it's an app, not a website. And
it's like from eHarmony to Tinder. Black people meet BLK.
But it gives very much Facebook dating.
What does that mean? Like
this is how I know I've been in the fucking dating game too long.
Oh,
Facebook. Yeah, so Facebook came out with like a dating function.
Oh, like literally?
Yes.
Literally.
So BLK.
It's linked to your Facebook?
Yes.
Oh no.
Like your Facebook profile, right? Facebook dating, right? But BLK gives very much Facebook dating because it's absolute ratchetry. Because I swear to God, the type of men that are on there, you're just like, who the fuck let you out the house? Like, how did you survive the whole evolution of man?
Really?
Neanderthals. It's fucking terrible. There are women who have just like made videos of like on TikTok of them just like scrolling through like BLK profiles and like reading the captions and like the profile details.
So is it just like, I feel like, where the hood at, go there? Or is it like, where's the Kevin like what level of...
Oh, you can get a range.
Oh, okay.
It goes from, fucking, very much... High value type man, right next to the hoteps, right next to the light skins with the green eyes who only looking... Yeah, you can get a range. Right next to the, right next to the Debo looking niggas, And it just...
Is that why you went to Hinge?
So I went to Hinge because everybody was like, oh, Hinge is it. Everybody's met Hinge. Esther had a great experience with Hinge. So I was like, ooh, okay, maybe, Hinge might be cute. No, she was not cute. I have spoken to one person on that app. Why have I been swiping for 2-3 weeks?
What? Okay, is the one person like promising? Like
no. We just matched like 2-3 days ago, and I think we probably sent each other a total of 10 messages back to back. I'm like, it's not giving promising.
But it could just be they're busy, or like I know when I had my Tinder, I was like hardly on there. Like I'd forget about it.
Or maybe I'm just too active, or I'm just too desperate.
No, don't say that. You definitely not.
That's facts.
You definitely not, sir.
But I'm just saying, it's like those apps. They always say they're, they say Hinge was like one of those apps that was like created to be deleted. Was that Bumble?
Yeah, no, that was Hinge.
Was it Hinge or Bumble?
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that was Hinge.
Well, Hinge was apparently supposed to be created to be deleted. Baby, I've deleted that app 3 times now, and I still
installed it right back.
And I installed it right back 2-3 weeks later because I was like, damn, I'm lonely. Shit, let me get on Hinge. Ain't nobody matching me on there. Fuck it, I'm going.
So this one, dude, there's just no chance.
Oh no, we'll see. come back for episode 3. I'll let you know
Okay.
where it's at.
So are you? Oh
Damn,
no.
I really should not be talking about. I don't even know who this person was. You know what?
Okay, if they see your podcast episode, then clearly they into you. So come correct.
My socials
You're
are
not
linked
at
on
all.
there. So if you're seeing this, you know who you are.
Yeah, so come correct. If you're so interested that you've really listened this far.
And you've been watching.
Look, there's a reason.
But yeah, BLK is fucking awful.
But
So-
wait, have you been on like Tinder or
Girl, ain't nobody.
Bumble? Would you be able to get on Bumble?
But Bumble works, but the way it works for gay dating is so funny to me because you're both men or like very much like cis presenting, you know. And I was like,
How?
they allow you, so the same rules kind of applies. Either of you can chat each other,
Okay.
but then you still only have 24 hours before the match is gone.
I don't
So-
get that.
It's just like so like you're not wasting people's time.
Okay.
Which is dumb, and I wish that feature would have been applied to Tinder. Because Tinder is very much like you'll match with somebody and no one said it.
Yeah, there was this one couple that went viral on Tinder because they were matching and chatting on and off over the course of 5 years.
At that point, fucking get married.
5
Leave
years.
the rest of us alone and get married.
Yo.
Because y'all ain't doing nothing but wasting each other's time and our time.
Like, what is going on where y'all are still hitting each other up in 5 years? Like,
To the point where I'm just like, online dating is one thing. To the people that were out here dating in the early 2000s, what the fuck were y'all doing?
meeting in person.
Girl, through who? Because ain't no way nowadays you are going to the club or going to like a bar with your friends and meeting somebody and being like, oh, okay.
And like, yeah, let me give them a shot.
Fuck no. I need to know, okay, what's your Insta story? What's, like, you know.
We need background information.
Literally, I want to know where you went to elementary school from your Facebook before I even walk into a bar and say hello to you. I want to know, what are your exes? What's your mother giving? I also want to know, are you giving sociopaths? What are your exes looking like?
That is what kills me about adult dating. Because, you know, when you're growing up, you know, the person who you're like, they say certain things that you're not comfortable with, and they're just weird. But, like, they don't want us to recreate this episode. It's okay.
You know who it is? It's fucking Kevin Samuels from The Grave.
Look, he said you want to talk about that talk.
You like to talk shit.
I'm a hot shot for real.
I'm not understanding why it went off though.
I don't know either. But it's fine. We move. It's a podcast. You know? People are here to listen. So
Oh, it's really not turning on.
it'll turn on eventually. Hopefully. But like, you know, the kids who you could never date. Like that are just sociopathic, psychopathic, they might kill you.
Like you
But
know for a
then-
fact on the weekends they're in their like woods in their neighborhood fucking chopping off the heads off of rabbits.
Right, but then as you get older and you meet new people, you don't know what they were like as children, and these same people could be pretending, having a whole new demeanor. It's giving American psychopaths. That's what I'd be thinking about.
Meanwhile, our African parents want us to go ahead and start dating as soon as you graduate. It's nothing but books. Don't even look at a boy. Grade school, middle school. What are boys? You have friends who are boys. Who? Like high school. Focus on your books. Focus on getting into school. College. Focus. Get your degree. As soon as you graduate. Where's your husband?
Girl, cause
Madam,
the whole time.
I have not spoken to a single male being my entire life.
No,
As soon as I graduate.
real.
Where's your
So
husband?
why aren't you married?
What was that?
Mike, excuse me. Every time I try to go to a school function, are there gonna be boys there? Oh, well, I go to a co-ed school, so
Give
I
me
assume
whose
so.
parents is going to be there. Give me their number. I want to know him. Who is that boy? Who's that girl? Who's your friend? Meanwhile, you've introduced the same friend 5 times. Do they
the
still know them?
same.
Do they know who they
Oh, who
are?
are your parents? Oh, you talked to them on the phone 2 months ago.
Bruh, the amount of times it took my parents to get to remember our close friend's name.
Bruh.
This person has been in front of you 5 times. You've met their parents twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5. You still asking, who are you going with? My friend. Who? You know them. You give them the name. Eh? Have I met them? Oh,
Yeah.
you mean that guy? And then they say the wrong name. They call them by the wrong, huh? But
it's
yeah,
like, how many times can you meet Ryan? How many times can you meet Courtney? How many times can you meet the same people that I've known for the last decade of my life?
all this to say, how am I supposed to conduct a social life when you want me to be a hermit crab?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to be married by XYZ age?
Now forget being married. You're supposed to have a kid by now.
Before 30.
Like, where's our grandchildren?
You should have your PhD, your husband, and your 2 kids, 40 acres and a mule, all before the age of 30.
Meanwhile, in school, it was school, come home.
Meanwhile, all you've heard between the ages of 5 to 24 is men should not be in your purview. Relationships should not be in your mind.
All I've heard is, are there going to be boys there? Are there going to be boys there? You know, men exist everywhere. Right? You know, I go to school with these boys. Like, you know, when I'm
Don't pay them any attention. It's like the entire male species should not exist to you.
Let me tell you, when in middle school, they forced us to have this sex ed talk with our parents. No, it wasn't just like it was like they
with
had
your parents?
Yes.
Girl, we went to the same middle school. I'm very confused.
You didn't have this with Miss Rosen or something, whatever her name was. We had a whole pamphlet, and our parents had to sign off. Like, that they were interviewed. Like, I interviewed them about sex. Excuse me.
Oh, I faked that.
No.
I remember I faked that.
Did you?
I faked it.
I went to my mom. No, I was curious. I was like, I want to know what she's going to say. Let's talk.
You were trying to kick it with your mom about sex?
I wasn't about to forge your signature, and I was curious. I was like, we never really talked about it.
I'm going to tell, I wasn't even there, and I'll tell you how this probably went. She probably went up to her mom and asked about sex, and all her mom said was, Halets, Ashawo, you ought to be in the streets. This is the education I'm sending you for. You want to learn about sex. What is sex? Don't worry about that. That's not something you should be worried about. But mom, it's for the homework. Well, then change your homework.
No, it was basically like I'd ask her, okay, what is the legal age of
consent?
Yeah. She'd be like,
25.
Don't have sex.
25.
Okay, but what is the legal age? 18, but you cannot have sex.
25, when you get married and be with your husband, then you can have.
Yes, I was like.
Then you can have the idea.
Does sex lead to STDs? Don't have sex.
You will die.
It doesn't matter. Don't have sex.
You let a man look at you, you'll die. That's the STD. What do you mean?
Don't have sex. Yes, it'll lead to STDs, so don't have sex. Okay, well, do condoms? This is what really kill a conversation. Do condoms condoms prevent you from having babies or STDs?
If you have sex, you will die.
Are you interested in having sex?
Why are you asking me all these questions?
Exactly. What do you want to know about
my health class?
Why are they teaching you this? Did I make the curriculum? Like,
meanwhile,
I'm just the one asking the questions, girl.
I will say
I'm trying to get an A in health class.
I will say though, that was probably the most extensive
conversation.
No,
discussion,
sexual education course that we have ever.
Now we're in darkness.
Cut the fucking cameras. Cut the cameras.
Not this one dimly trying to come back.
Cut the cameras.
A little something, girl.
Cut the fucking cameras. Girl,
wow.
Listen, if Canon or any production company wants to sponsor this podcast, go ahead.
Come correct, no, because Canon's the one that has this camera.
Come
correct, so we
this camera is not straight from Canon. Tell the truth. You cannot buy this straight from Canon.
Okay, I bought a camera straight from Canon, and then my college said I need another camera. I couldn't afford another camera, so I went to eBay.
Either way,
it says Canon on there though.
If there are any production companies, podcasts that want to sponsor these podcast,
lights, they're not from any label. They're from Amazon and whatever company.
Girl, at least mine have a fucking name on them.
I'm sure they do. I'm sure there's technically a name there. Is it a recognizable name?
Don't worry about that. Not these.
They're supposed to be working lights.
Boy. Anyway, let's just go ahead and keep this going because this is gonna, every
this is episode 2. What do you expect? Okay.
Look, it's gonna give Tyler Perry production.
Not Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry got his whole studio. Put some respect on his name.
Okay, but he was not given that his first round. Okay.
Exactly. This is the come up before we get our
you know
own
what?
studio space.
It's giving awkward black girl YouTube series.
Oh,
That's what it is.
I'll take that. I feel like it's kind of putting us on a pedestal.
Because we're on the come up. Don't worry.
Yeah, we're on the come up. So
it's okay. Y'all gonna be seeing us on Spotify. We're gonna be having our own.
And we're gonna have our mics that we can talk into. And our lights are gonna be on consistently.
And the Lord said, "Let there be light."
We paid the power bill, okay? I promise.
But back to this conversation. That was probably the most extensive sexual education course that we have ever received. Just, I'll give them their snap for Southern school education system.
No facts, because they did not have to even go into that kind of conversation.
Because why was I watching a pregnant woman give birth in 7th grade?
We did watch that. Did they let us
Full
leave?
crowning. I'm talking, I can see umbilical cords, amniotic fluid. Girl, the placenta falling out. I was like, oh, too much.
I mean, it's really nothing compared to what women actually have to go through, but also,
the fact that they even allowed us to watch
yeah,
it.
and this is Georgia
us.
we're talking about.
I know.
And they're like
Metro Atlanta, but still.
Yeah, but it's like you see what women have to go through. You're gonna watch it because it's nothing compared to what they actually have to go through. And I snaps for that.
But all this to say, sex and dating with our parents was not in the picture.
No, but
so then that's where like it leads to this whole conversation of like how do you properly date in this day and age with all this technology when all you've ever been told is stay away. And then now you don't even know how to. Now, like, I feel like a lot of our generation doesn't even know how to, like, interact with dating. Specifically, like, diasporians and, like, children of, first generations. It's like, how, like, if for so long your parents have never talked about dating, how
to court a woman.
Can I ask you this? Do you even know how your parents got together?
I do.
Tell me why I didn't find out until I sat my parents down. I was like, so how'd y'all get together? Because it's not making sense to me how y'all ended up together. Because if mom was a whole church girl and dad, you was, a full-on church man. How did you two get it together? Because this was not arranged.
Yeah, no, it wasn't until like at least 20, 21 until I found that out.
But then they don't even teach you how to date.
They don't. And then my brother tried to like tell my mom like, oh, I'm dating a girl. You know what she said? No, you're not.
At his young age.
He's lying. No, he's not. No, because these are new generation parents.
Oh yeah, that's the other part.
Honey,
these new
who we got parented by is not the same people our little siblings are getting parented by. So my mom, this is why he even felt comfortable telling her at his young age, because a 16-year-old me would never in my life.
Consider the fact.
Also, he's a boy, so like there's also that. So like he's younger. My parents are tired, and he's a boy so he already has a little bit more freedom.
They've done raised 3 whole kids.
3 whole girls.
They said we're done.
They had the cuffs on us. So when JC came out 10 years after
said, boy,
me,
oh my God, it's gonna be so easy. Just let him run rampant.
But my mom was just like, no, you're not. You're not. I know he's lying. I know he's joking. Haha, you don't even know how to treat a girl. I was like, this is an important time to talk to him about how to treat a girl. Women. Is that what my mom saw it as? No, he's lying. Especially when she found out she was not Kenyan. No.
And no offense to your brother, but I feel like that's probably the same way a lot of these like men and African men that are out here in these streets nowadays were raised very much like sheltered from, and they don't know, and the only interaction that they've ever seen is with their parents and their dad treating their moms like a whole fucking second-class citizen. That's your maid, that's your cleaning lady, that's your chef, that's it. And that's exactly what they expect from a woman.
Yeah,
or their partners. And you're just
my mom wasn't doing it. I had to be like, JC, okay, so let's say you're dating this girl, which I mean I already knew about. But let's say you're dating this girl. How are you gonna treat her? What do you do for her? Like, what do you have to offer? These are the conversations. Our parents are so busy telling us not to date. They're not telling us what to do when it comes to dating. It's like, okay, so let's say I can't date till I'm 25. Okay, but what happens when I am 25? You're just gonna wait for me to figure it out once I get to that age?
I feel like at that point, if your parents have told you not to date that long, it's like, girl, then fine. You go ahead, arrange a marriage for me. you want me to not look, not see, not do anything for that long.
There's that Seeking Arrangement show on Netflix about the Indian matchmaker.
The Indian matchmaker.
Honestly, arranged marriages may be the way to go. That's what America needs to instill a little bit.
When I tell you,
a little bit.
I was watching that show and I said,
not too much.
I started looking. I was like, are there any matchmakers out? For
America needs that. Like, at least for that to be an option, not for you to be forced into it. But like,
and then I just feel like we're all just socially awkward and like none of us know how to talk to each other at all, like in person, and no one knows how to communicate like their feelings, and it's just. I feel like let's put somebody else in the middle between us to like figure out.
Pick somebody else. Pick somebody else to do these matches. Don't pick Tinder. Don't pick Hinge. Don't pick BOK.
Not even Facebook dating.
Definitely don't pick. That's giving Craigslist.
You know what? I should totally list like a matchmaker and just tell you and just come here and spill the tea on how it went and if it was successful or not.
Should.
Because when I tell you.
Because you end up finding a whole boo.
Because guess what, y'all? I'm the only one single one. I'm the only single one sitting on this couch. Ooh, that's the tea, y'all. She told me all this shit. Meanwhile, she got a whole ass man waiting for her. Anywho, but yeah, I feel like that would be such.
I would love
a fun
that.
Little. That'd be so interesting.
I would love that, but. I mean, are you willing to emotionally put yourself out there and
do it.
Put that trust in somebody else.
And like be my full authentic self. I will absolutely do it. I will do it like full heartedly.
What if they match you with somebody who you would have never you've been like you almost feel insulted that they matched you with this person?
A white man. No. And what do? Nothing. Typical.
They called me. They called me on this podcast episode 4.
He called me white man. Meanwhile,
I'm sorry, I love Tamara.
Anyway, problematic queen, we love her. Anyway, but yes, I would wholeheartedly find a matchmaker, do the whole process, go through it, and then just like see what comes out of it.
I think you should.
I think that would be a great like season 2. If season 1 wraps up.
Yeah, comment please if you want this so we can actually encourage this potential matchmaking, potential romance.
Go ahead.
Regardless, it'll be a fun time.
Go ahead if you want that. That'll be a Patreon episode. Y'all can pay for that.
We get the real tea on your matchmaking experience.
That'll be a Patreon episode, and I will take y'all.
Comment that you want this.
I will take y'all through beginning to end of the entire process, and y'all can even. I may if the other person consents to it. I'll film it for an episode.
Okay, because hear me out. This matchmaker is supposed to be somebody who knows what relationships work and don't work and for different reasons. And they'll take things like your personality traits, your signs, whatever spiritual guides they may use to help match you with somebody else that they have on their roster. And you might be better off because somebody else who's open to using that.
Even honestly, I will say this. I always feel like so tired trying to date y'all. This is ghetto.
You put it in somebody else's hands. I think everybody should.
Oh my god.
If you're single.
I feel like this is definitely. I should start a matchmaking service, but anyway.
There needs to be a matchmaking app. That's not Tinder. Don't leave it up to the users. Leave it up to the users.
Yes.
Like leave it up to a therapist or something that's not Yama. I'm sorry, but not a real therapist.
Yeah, we badmouthed that woman the other night. Anyway.
Badmouth.
Anyway, I feel like a matchmaking service for like millennials and Gen Z and just first gen immigrant children. Cause Lord, let me tell you, do not leave it to your aunties and uncles to find you a man because they will bring you some vagabond from the streets. Please respect yourself.
And he plays the drums at church.
Meanwhile, you. PhD, all these degrees you've collected, bride price has gone up. Meanwhile, they bring you vagabonds from the streets. Please, respect yourself.
Respect.
Either way, I will go on a matchmaker date and let y'all know how it goes.
We have to find this.
If it will...
If there's anybody who's ever done anything remotely like this, please let us know.
Oh yeah, slip in our DMs, let us know.
Like, even if it's like, oh, well, I come from this traditional whatever society, so my parents had to arrange something for me. I want to hear the tea. I feel like I want to start watching this Netflix show again, because it was kind of problematic at one point. But it was also kind of cute, like...
It was very disappointing, because one of the women on there who did, she was like wholeheartedly into the whole process. She didn't walk away with a man. Meanwhile, everybody else on the show walked away with a man. But you know, I'll commend her for even going through it.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing is like one of her qualifications.
Was it the one who was like a little high, like?
They all said she was very high maintenance, but I just think the girl knew what she wanted.
But no! I hope you're not talking about who I think she didn't. She didn't want a man. She wanted a servant. She wanted somebody who would just be there.
But let me tell you, I will say the funniest thing she said as one of her qualifications. She said, "He can't be funny. He can't be a comedian."
Red flag.
And I died laughing.
Red flag.
I died laughing. The
man.
minute she said that, she was like, not somebody funny. I don't want a comedian. I said,
because she has no personality. She doesn't know how to laugh.
But when I tell you, you know what it is? She was my favorite person. Everybody hated her. She was my favorite person on that damn show. I loved her. The Indian man. I think she got booted out of this. I think she was cheated out of the entire.
She wasn't, because wasn't there a dude who was trying to?
Oh yeah, he was into her, and then he started trying to be funny. She found that man. That man tried to make jokes, and she was like, "Yeah, this is not gonna work out." But I was here for her entire experience. You know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Wait, what if that ends up being me? I find a matchmaker, and I end up being the one who doesn't find a match.
You better not,
because my standards are too high. He gotta be between 6 feet and 6'5".
He can only wear white. He never wears gray.
He gotta be a Morehouse grad. Alpha Phi Alpha till he died.
But no, her requests were ridiculous. Like you said that she said she don't want a man.
Oh yeah. He can't. Somebody who doesn't like the beach. Oh no, somebody who doesn't like the beach or something like that.
Or traveling or something. It was ridiculous. Like, girl, you don't want to have fun, so you don't want your man to have fun, so you both can be boring together. No, because she had no personality.
I think
that's the difference between you and her. She had no personality. Her personality was being high strung and not liking anything. That was her personality.
Leave my girl partner alone.
I should remember her name.
I do. Because she was that iconic. I loved her.
Oh, wow. I could not. I wanted to skip through her every time. I felt for the matchmaker.
Oh, but that was a good series. I'm waiting for season 2.
It was good.
I
you know
Netflix
what's also good? Love on the Spectrum. I love that show.
I've seen clips of it. I haven't seen it though.
It's so good.
I can't wait. I need to tune in.
Yeah, and it's not like Netflix is especially between a lot of these just purely messy reality shows where these relationships aren't really going anywhere because the girls eat them up. But this one is so great. Love is Blind Japan is also great.
Why Japan?
Because it's so... Oh, like, I don't know. They just produced it. Let me tell you, the production value...
In Japan?
Girl, Love is a Blind America is...
Trash.
It's giving gutter. Whereas Japan is giving quality. Quality, like it wants to find matches and it shows...
And it's like genuine?
It shows through how they communicate with each other. Like, they ain't ever disrespectful.
You know what that means? The producers are doing their jobs.
Yeah, the producers are in the... You're like, okay, ask them.
This is what he wants.
Why were they talking to Stephanie last week? Yeah, you didn't know about that. They were talking to Stephanie last week.
Wait, is Love Blind? Love is Blind, is that the one where like they're in a villa together and like...
They're in like the pods. They don't see each other.
Oh, no. I'm thinking of the UK...
oh my god, please don't...
Love Island.
I definitely don't watch that.
I'm obsessed with Love Island. Let me tell you.
This is why Netflix be producing this kind of trash.
It's not even a Netflix show. It's just like a UK show. I don't know if it was like started in the UK and then like it has like different like franchises like South Africa and now the US has a Love Island. But let me tell you, Love Island is my show. I just feel like if you really like me, we just have really great banter. And he just like mugged me off just because Stephanie came in the villa. I'm so
sorry to anybody who's hearing this.
I just love
UK.
All my UK babes, stand up. All my UK baddies, stand up.
Oh my god. All I know is they all like the same type of women.
Oh yeah, if you're a black woman and you go on that show, good luck to you. Especially Love Island UK. If you're a black woman and you go on that show, girl, good luck to you.
Don't do that. Don't go on the show.
But you know what it is? All the black women that go on that show
are iconic and stunning.
Gorgeous women. Absolutely, hands down.
And then they will be the last one picked. That's when I knew I could never get past what episode of any season. Because I was like, what you're not about to do is put some disrespect on this model that is standing before you.
No, they're very much very gorgeous. And I'm always like, how?
Yet
what?
these guys are not giving anything.
It's giving.
But have the nerve.
They love.
To reject.
They be loving the girls with the fake boobs, the lips, definitely. Like the ones who definitely had a little nip and tuck. Just a little filler, babe. Just a little something here and there. Just a little something to enhance the body. Nothing too major.
What is a hamster body?
Literally the copy, like the Kim K copy paste, Kylie face copy paste. Girls,
right.
They love them. And then you know what it is? And then it's the black men that go on that show.
See.
Black men that go on the Love Island shows, and then they try to pick the white girl. And then as soon as they sit down in their little one-on-ones after they've made their pairings, the white girl's always like, well, I was really into Connor, but, I'm willing, you seem like really cool, whatever, but like, we can,
Meanwhile, the black girl's like, I really wanted this dude, and I thought he was cool.
Meanwhile, yeah, and they just be like, I guess. But then they get eliminated in like episode 3, 4, 5, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then I'm just stuck trying to root for whoever's the least problematic.
You know what I watched? Married at First Sight.
Ooh, that's another one I would definitely go on if it was like an episode.
Yo, like
I think I saw that they did. I don't know if it's like Married at First Sight, Australia or something. They had like the first gay couple on there.
Oh.
I was like, ooh, iconic.
Yes, but actually, I don't think the U.S. has done that yet.
No, and the U.S. has been. I think it's been on longer.
It's like 14, 15 seasons in.
Married at First Sight is definitely another show that I feel like I would go on if like.
No, I don't think you could. Because you're getting married, and I feel like you'd be so quick to be like,
no, but here's the thing.
This.
But here's the thing, I hate dating. You know that I hate the whole.
But that's
dating.
the issue. So many people on
here's
there
the thing.
hate dating.
I would prefer.
You just find somebody.
To like give all this information about myself, and these 3 professionals match me with somebody who they feel I would be best with, or that like matches. Not everything on my list, but at least, enough to be like, yeah. Whereas opposed to having to fucking go on date after date after date. To sift through the crazy. I'm like, and then nowadays y'all have added a whole nother stage before the dating stage called the talking stage. Huh?
I thought that was the same thing.
Apparently the girls it's not.
I thought talking and dating was just another form.
There's talking. And then you date, and then you're exclusive.
See?
I said, count me out. Count me out. Because how am I going to be getting to know you over text message, DMs, FaceTime calls, but then we're not, but then when I ask you, so what are we? Oh, we just talking. Huh?
I feel like there's people just trying to like
if you're
make
not,
it seem less official. Like if
and that's what I've come
already
to,
not official.
And that's what I've come to the conclusion to is like if a man tells you, we're just talking. Girl,
not even
cut your
dating.
losses. Cut your losses.
Not
Because that's
for
somebody
real.
who's just there to waste your time.
Because dating doesn't even mean exclusionary. Like, we're not just dating each other. People date.
And date other people.
Multiple people at the same time. It's part of what dating is supposed to be before you get to the exclusive status, if that's what you want.
And the girls be calling it their roster nowadays.
I low-key love that.
Roster. But yes, the girls call it their roster now. Like, if you're dating multiple people, but now they started saying, we're talking, we're not dating, we're talking. And I feel like the definitions have been completely blurred. Yeah. Nobody knows what anything means anymore. People just use words interchangeably, and when you go to ask somebody,
if you have commitment issues, just say that.
My new favorite question to ask while I'm dating, and I saw this on Twitter, and I've started including this in like my quote unquote talking stages. Is there anybody out there who thinks they're dating you or they're with you you two are an item? Is there any other person? Not asking.
You ask the person.
Yeah, so I'll ask. So let's say we're on a date. I'll ask you so is there anybody that's out there who thinks that they're dating you right now? This is somebody that I'm looking to be exclusive with, right? And it changes the whole conversation. They'd be like, what do you mean? Like, I'm like, exactly the question, exactly what I said. Is there anybody else out there that is under the impression that you two are an item and that you two are exclusive? And that's when you start seeing the switch. That's when you start. That's when people
start asking questions instead of.
What do you mean by exclusive? Like, there's people that I talk to, exactly. But and I dated it like after I met you. Like, you different. No, thank you for playing. Next. It's been real. Goodbye.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, dating in this day and age is a fucking minefield.
It sounds like it because I was talking to my boyfriend about this, and then I was saying about how something was saying they were talking about how they need to see themselves as high value, not necessarily in the triggering way that we all know, but just like I guess have more self-confidence. And they were like, maybe it is the problematic way, because they were basically saying how they need to treat women with respect but be a little mean or something. Yeah, but respectfully. I'm gonna be meaning you respectfully, because I guess it was trying to play into the whole woman like the chase, like to play hard. You gotta play hard to get so that the woman likes you kind of thing. And I was like, no, if this person who is upset about something communicates that to the person that they're talking to, then maybe they can, get through this instead of just being a little mean to her, so that she's like, oh my God, like, he's gonna put me in my place. Oh my God, he like... Yeah, I was just like, but apparently that's the thing where dudes think that they have to be a little mean in order to, I guess, seem more confident, and in order for the woman to want them more. And I was just like, or you could just communicate how you feel in the moment when shit is going down instead of trying to pretend and put up these fronts. And that's the thing, people be putting up fronts.
Can we just stop playing games in this age of dating? Can we just let's put the chessboard down and just talk? Because if that's something,
chessboard down.
Let's put the chessboard down and talk. Because why am I over here trying to overtake your rook? You trying to overtake my queen. Meanwhile, all we trying to do is just crown each other.
Get to know each other.
Like what? Why are you over here? Trying to analyze every single text message I sent you. 6 ways to Sunday. When all I said was what I meant in the text message. It was nothing malicious. It was no attitude behind it. But you took it some type of way, and now we're fighting, and I'm just like, whoa.
Yeah, that's the issue people can't seem to get past. But once you meet that person who doesn't play those games, honey, like, go ahead.
It might be no.
Let's wrap up this whole dating thing then.
Trying to get like you. My boy.
trying to get like
my
you.
Boo.
No.
I'm dead. But no, dating in this day and age is an absolute mess. Our parents never prepared us for it.
None whatsoever.
Online dating is a fucking mess. Trying to get to know a person from an app before you get to know them in real life. I kind of now understand why. In the early ages before the internet, online dating was huge. Why it was easier to date? Because you just meet a person, no expectations, no background information about them. They could have killed you that night, but you were taking a chance,
right?
And you were just like, let me get to know this person, and then, figure out what I like and what I don't like about them, and then work it down the line. I think now we've reached the age it's too much information. To now it's no one wants to talk. We know too much about each other.
Yeah.
Which completely.
And you also have all of these people's kind of voices in your head just based off social media as to what you should or shouldn't expect from your partner.
Couple
or
goals
this
hashtag
person.
Has ruined dating.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, is this a date? If this is considered a date, then blah blah blah. Or if this is taller than on the first
if he's
date,
not spending at least $5,000 on you, then it's not a date. Or if he's not flying you out, it's not a date.
If they give you a gift, that's a red flag.
If he pulls up to your crib, if y'all pull up to a park with a laptop and McDonald's, that's not a date. I'm like, what?
Bruh, it's just all these Twitter debates about what should work for you and what shouldn't work for you. And when you have that many people's voices in your head, how are you ever going to be able to actually conclude with what you want?
When in reality, all of y'all clearly have very different love languages, and y'all trying to project y'all love languages to
Different
the rest of the world.
expectations, yeah. Don't listen to the people who's telling you if he orders bread during your date with a man, then he's clearly gay. That is not a thing.
If he's ordering dessert after a 3-course meal, yeah, girl, he gay. What? Who don't like a little chocolate milk?
Please don't consult social media with your dating.
Who don't like a little chocolate cake after a steak? You know?
Like, you can banter about it with friends. But don't be over here like, oh my god, he's actually eating bread.
He ate the free bread. That's the one. That's the one. He ate the free bread on the table. Not the bread you pay for. He ate the free bread that they give you. It's giving poor. It's giving.
You can't even afford to love me.
You can't afford the meal. I might as well order a salad. Let's go.
Yeah, dating is very tomatoes. But it can work out, and I wish you all the best.
Shit's ghetto. But we're gonna get on this matchmaker. We're gonna get on this matchmaker, and then we're gonna, go for 2022. Find Brian at least a man.
No, let's find you.
Let's at least get Brian back completely comfortable in dating.
Yeah.
Date. You know what? Let's date high quality. I'm kidding. I was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. No, it was a joke. It was a joke. I'm saying, date with intention. That's the goal for it, I think. If I were to take matchmaking seriously, date with intention.
Yeah, that's what you want. You want something out of it.
A little bump and grind is nice once in a while, but date with intention. That's the goal.
Okay. We're gonna note that down for your matchmaking.
For my matchmaker.
Wait, you said you want a matchmaker. Mass is literally with the matchmakers.
Who?
Mass, Married at First Sight.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I would go on that show.
You just need to move because the Atlanta season was trash, as you can expect. It's Atlanta, so we're just gonna have to move you to another state.
That's another thing. The men in Atlanta are not Atlanta men. That's the thing. They're all. No. If you get it, the girls that get it, and the girls that don't. So if you don't get it, you're clearly not that girl. But what that means is, the men currently in Atlanta are not from Atlanta. They're not. They're all transplants from all the flyover states that nobody ever be trying to go to. Ohio, Iowa. Fucking Alabama, Kansas,
from California, even.
No, but I'm saying
coming over here too.
But then they bring California attitude to Atlanta, streets, and it's that's not gonna work. But I'm just saying, a lot of the men that are coming down from these flyover states to Atlanta are not the men in Atlanta or the Atlanta men, quote unquote.
Yeah. Because
the Atlanta men, they used to be of quality. Lucky you want me a Morehouse man.
Really?
A Morehouse alpha man, 6 foot and above.
Okay, we're gonna save this.
Those are the first three. Those are the first 3. 6 feet and above. Graduated from Morehouse, preferably the School of Medicine with a master's.
So we just need to go to Emory and
I just want a doctor.
Okay, let's just put you in the hospital. Let's put you in the ER. We'll call the ER. For $25,000, you too can find a man. There might be the EMT.
Girl, my health
insurance don't cover all that. You got the anesthesiologist.
Girl, my insurance don't cover all that.
Go ahead and get that premium for 2023 coverage. And don't tell them you're not expecting a baby or nothing, but
not in this Biden economy. Excuse me. Anyway, y'all, that's the end of this episode. It's been fun. It's been real.
Yes. Thanks for joining us.
Go ahead and I love to reply to, y'all nonsense comments. So go ahead and comment below about what y'all think about everything we talked about. I like to hear perspectives.
Yeah, and anything you want us to discuss next, let us know.
Let us know in the comments.
Below.
Alright, babes, don't forget to subscribe, comment, rate, go ahead and share with all your friends on WeChat. And
don't mug us off.
Don't mug us off, babes. Yeah. Love you. We just have great banter.
Thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate it.
And listening, to all those listening.
Yeah. Who made it this far. You're a real one.
Hey, listen, y'all on episode 2. That's a shout out. Listen, some podcasts only make it to 1 episode and be like, Episode 2 coming soon. You'll never hear from them again. But, hey, we made it to episode 2.
Episode 2, honey.
Consistency.
And we're making it to episode 10. And we're making it to episode 50. And we're making it to episode 100.
And we'll make it to season
3. Because season 3, because that's when the checks come. So I just want to make sure.
Ooh, that's when the
we're
sponsorship
making it to that.
comes.
Yeah, this episode is sponsored by
Squarespace.
Look, but you're here. Speak it.
Squarespace.
Look, but
do you want to build a beautiful website?
Me and Brian got our website built on Squarespace, and it was the easiest thing I've ever done.
They've got great templates. Actually, not us giving us away with credit.
Hold on, yeah.
Y'all gotta pay us first.
We gotta pay us first.
All right, y'all. We out. Goodbye. It's been real.
Bye.